Fantastic.
Good, good. My name's Jeremy. So we're going to talk about habits. I actually want to talk to you about two things: habits and goal setting. And I think it's important because we've been sharing best bets and we've been learning so much from everybody all week about how to better our business. But how do we go back and implement these things, and how important is it that we do it the right way? So habits, they're things that we do all the time that we don't even know that we do sometimes, you know, and they can make or break us. They make us successful or they make us unsuccessful. So studies, you know, we all hear, we've heard it before, we're creatures of habit, people are, you know, but studies have shown that we are our daily activities are 35 to 45% habit-based. So of all the things you do every day, 30 to 45% of them you're just doing on autopilot. You're just doing them every single day. So what we find when we study habits is that if people have habits, group have habits, organizations have habits, companies have habits, okay? And these habits make your company successful or not successful. So when you think of your restaurant, what are good habits to running a good shift? You know, your DSTP, your pre-shift checklist, you know, your food safety's done. You know, you're giving that threshold service. You're giving positive feedback to your crew when they're doing a good job. You know, you're giving your target updates. You know, think about how that impacts sales. Now, the second part of this is goal setting. Okay, and in this part, when we talk about behaviors, I want you to think behaviors. When you think behaviors, think habits. Okay, so what behaviors? One thing that's really worked for me, and it's worked for a lot of people I've shared this with, is when we have a goal, we tend to focus on the goal, and we don't tend to focus on what it takes to get to the goal, the behaviors or the habits that we need to do every day to get there. Okay, so, and what happens is when we don't hit the goal, we get discouraged. We're like, oh, it's not working. So I'll give you an example like weight loss. We probably all know what we have to do to lose weight. Exercise would be good, drink more water, you know, get to sleep at a good time. You know, eat less. You know, we all know that. So we might do this for a week or two, and then we step on the scale, and the scale didn't change. We didn't, you know, drop that 2 pounds that week, and then we give up. We stop doing the behaviors that we know over the long term are going to work. So we're not focused on the process. So when I say about being focused on the process, focus on the activities that you do every day that you know if you do them every day over time, you're going to see an improvement. You're going to move closer to your goal. And eventually you're going to hit your goal. So as far as there's certain things, and you all talked about it when I was listening to your presentations. The QSV team really were talking about it. They were talking about Lucy. You talked about food safety, making it a routine, you know, making it that routine. Letitia, you talked about making sure that all your managers do their pre-shift. And Emily, you were talking about greetings and farewells. You even said make it a habit, you know. So you already have those habits that you want to implement, and you know what they look like. But I want to share something else with you, and it's something called a keystone habit. And that's something that when you start this, when you implement this one thing, it has an effect on everything else that you do. So, for instance, exercise is what's called a keystone habit. People that exercise, they're more likely to make better food choices throughout the day. They get better sleep at night. They have more energy. They have more confidence. You know, they're better able to control their weight. So things like that, just making that one choice. If you say, hey, no matter what, I'm going to get to the gym every day and exercise, that is the effect it can have on all these other areas of your life. In your restaurant, there are keystone habits that you might be overlooking. Something that people are doing that is just throwing everything out of whack. And if you fix this one thing, it would have an effect on everything. So if you take back anything, I would say go back to your restaurant, go back to your organization, look at the habits that you have in your restaurant, your daily habits. Look at the habits your managers have, and just fix one. Take a month, say you're going to fix this one habit, whether it be pre-shift, whatever it is. Say, I'm going to fix this one habit, and focus on that habit and make sure everyone does it 100%, and see the impact that it has. And I think you'll really see an improvement because, like you guys said, we have competitors. You know, they're doing better things than we're doing. Organizations are developing better habits than McDonald's right now. And that's why we're losing market share. We wrote the book, they read the book, they improved it. You know, I go into Chick-fil-A, I'm telling you, I'm wowed by the service. I want to go back to my restaurant and make it more like a Chick-fil-A. And we know that they're taking market share from us. They're one of our biggest competitors. So, but I think that, you know, we focus too much on the goal, and we don't think of the behaviors that are going to get us there. Like even these leadership competencies across the room, as I look across the room, are you doing these every day when you communicate with your team? This is what McDonald's is telling us will make you the best manager. Why aren't we focusing on that every day? That's all I got.